Where does my help come from? My help cometh from the Lord who made heaven and earth. This is the most useless thing that has ever been taught to Africans. Telling you that your help cometh from the Lord who made heaven and earth, but ask an American, where does he or her help comes from? And they will tell you that the American Navy is coming, American military or soldiers are coming, CIA is coming to their rescue, FBI is coming. Look at what happened in China a few days ago during their anniversary parade. You witness a lot of technological advancement in terms of national defense capabilities. But come to this part of the world, and the foreigners who came to enslave you, to steal from you, tells you that your help cometh from the Lord who made heaven and earth, telling you that you cannot save yourself, that what you're going to save yourself with is not lying within you, is not lying within your environment, that you don't have what it takes to move forward. For many who are echoing that they want to liberate themselves from mental slavery, it's not all about ditching Christianity or taking up African tradition or spirituality. You must liberate yourself and do away with those obstacles holding you from doing those things that they actually wanted to prevent you from doing. You must start doing those things that they use religious beliefs, like all this echoing of your help coming from the Lord, all those things that they use to prevent you from doing, you must start doing them. We must engage in technology. We must engage in research. Till this very day, go to African or Nigerian secondary schools. They are still doing titration and litmus paper as experiment during WAEC. Whereas the world is forging ahead. Look at what happened in China recently. You saw the advanced technologies in unmanned area vehicles, automation, AI. You see all those advancements. We must embrace those things because those were the things that they used their brainwashing to prevent us from joining. The same person who taught you that the Lord is coming to save you is building nuclear weapon, is building advanced satellite to monitor, carry out surveillance, and they are telling you that the Lord shall speak in your favor. This is going to happen. I'm not trying to discourage you if you are a Christian, if you are a traditionalist, but we must understand for us to move ahead that all those things are for the edification of the soul, for us to be able to engage in research. Who would believe that in a city like Owerri, we have a library built by the state government? We have a library built by federal government. We have state library, we have federal library. Go there today, it is just there. In a day, you barely will see 5 citizens who will go in there for research. Go to the federal library, you barely will see somebody, they are making research. These are things, but ask our youth, ask our brothers and sisters the location of churches, shrines, where to find the native doctors. They will start mentioning names of native doctors. I'm not saying you should not patronize your native doctors or patronize your pastors, but we must understand that when it comes to, I'm breaking free from mental slavery, I'm going back to my root, you must start doing those things that they use religion to prevent you from doing. We must engage in technologically integrated structures or businesses. We must engage in advanced research. We must be able to incorporate our students who are in the secondary school. We must be able to incorporate advanced syllabus where they'll be able to do research that will help foster development in the area of technology, economics, and arts. These are things we should be talking about as a nation. And not every time the Christians are fighting against traditionalists are fighting against Christians. This is not what it means to liberate ourselves from mental slavery. When we must talk about the past, when we must talk about the things we passed through, the culture and our heritage that we are destroyed during the colonialism and all the rest of it, we must start doing those things that they didn't want us to do in the first place. We must start making moves, and the government must start providing platforms for our creative youths to be able to have access to contemporary research centers, laboratories. Today, you will see a leaf. You don't even have any laboratory where you can take it to test the components or the chemical components of this particular leaf or what have you. Is that the way we are going to move forward as a nation? If we must liberate ourselves, we must first of all make move. We must start acting. We must start doing. It is not all about complaining. We are fond of making excuses. We would have been this, we would have been that if Oyibo did not come to colonize us. But now we are no longer being colonized directly, even though we have indirect colonialism taking place. But we must start doing those things that they didn't want us to do. We must start looking towards that direction that they didn't want us to look at. We must start looking at education, taking more keen attention at education. For those who keep echoing, education is scam, we must understand that education is part of the bedrock upon which our society is going to thrive. If we must thrive as a nation, education, we must hold it there. I know that this country, this environment, sometimes it demoralizes those who have taken our time to engage in academics or in educational, inclined programs. But we must keep moving as a nation. We must keep moving in the creative industry. We must keep exploring and taking advantage of the creative industry and participating in all that helps to enhance and move this nation forward. And it should not revolve around the fasting and prayer, things that are not going to help this nation to move forward. While it edifies our soul, we must engage our soul in productive and creative activities. This is Mazi General. I may not be saying this because I know it best, but we are trying to rub minds in order to be able to move this nation forward and be able to make sure that everyone will try as much as possible to move in the right direction. Thank you and remain blessed.